right, so we are back in the kitchen today. Welcome back. And we are gonna do something kind of fun and kind of festive. We're actually gonna do some ribs tonight for dinner. We're gonna have lots of poultry over the next couple of days, so I thought we would do some red meat before we hit Thanksgiving. So I actually have 3 different types of ribs today. And we harvested 2 of these 3. So the first one we have that we harvested ourselves were some goat ribs. Now this is from a pygmy goat, so they are very, very small. These second ones are from one of the lambs that we harvested a month or so ago. So you can see the sheep were a lot bigger than the lamb, or I'm sorry, than the goat. And then the last one that I'll pull out of the bag here in a sec, these are butcher processed pork ribs. So we're gonna do something super simple with them tonight. We're gonna have to watch them. I'm gonna go ahead and cook them all together because they are relatively the same size if you look at the meat amounts in between each bone. And so we'll just watch the temperatures when we get towards the end of the cooking time. But we're gonna cook them all low and slow together.
I'm gonna eat my stomach weight
You're gonna eat your own weight in ribs?
of lamb ribs anymore.
You're gonna eat your own weight in ribs?
I love lamb.
Yeah. Okay, so the pork are obviously cut smaller, but where we don't have a big saw that we can make really good clean cuts on these right now, we just leave them whole, which is fine, like I said, because the meat amount on the bone is about the same. We'll just watch the temperature. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna make a homemade barbecue sauce to go on top of these, but we're just gonna rub them down with some olive oil and salt and pepper them before we throw them in the oven. And because I can't help myself, we're gonna do garlic as well. All right, we're gonna preheat the oven at 275 for low and slow cookage. With a little bit of olive oil. Rub them down. Rub them down. Does anybody else sing while they do things? I think my kids probably might be tired of hearing mom sing all the time. But they have their whole life to listen, so it's not gonna stop anytime soon. I'm gonna make me a mug of tea because it is almost the kids' showtime, which means it's almost time for me to fold laundry while those are slow cooking. Worm! What are you doing?
Trying the worm.
You're trying to do the worm? Are you having any success?
Not quite. You have to have some serious arm strength. You have to have some serious arm strength to do this.
I don't think your arms are supposed to do anything. I think it's supposed to be core strength. Oh, I do not use a dry rub on my ribs in this season of life. My kids are very hit or miss when it comes to heavily seasoned. So I like to have like barbecue sauce and things on the side that they can dip and try. But it makes mealtime a little bit less of a fight. Now, there are seasons, there are things that I do make them try that are seasoned, but it's not always worth the fight. So Tim and I do sauces, and he does like a lot of hot sauce, and I do barbecue sauce. And we dip our ribs and season our ribs like that after they are fully cooked. But if you're a person who likes heavily dry rubbed rib, there's a ton of great recipes online. Go find yourself one. All right, so I got a package in the mail, and I'm very excited about this package because I've had these glasses for a while, and while from this perspective they look fine, if you look, where are you? There we are. Hang on, let me clean this. Okay, I don't know if you can see. But no, you can't see. But these guys are scratched up. Really. Yeah, you can't even tell. They're scratched up so bad that I have glares when I'm driving that don't actually exist because my glasses are so scratched, they're creating glares. So I got 2 different pairs of glasses. These ones should look very familiar because they're the same lens, because I'm just that kind of person. And then these ones are different. I look very, oh my gosh, those are very thick. Oh. I look very studious. I think I still prefer the clear ones, but we'll have these as backup because between animals and children, it's always good to have a backup set. Let's see, are these the old ones? These are the new ones. They don't have scratches on them. So, anyway, very excited. It's not going to make much difference in the camera because they are the same. But I'm excited for that. I did get like the blue light blocking on it, these ones. So that'll be nice for editing videos. Now
I can tell the difference from over here.
Can you?
I can actually see your face through the lenses.
Yeah, they're. I'm gonna have to get used to them because it's so clean. Like my eyes are like. Ah!
Yeah.
So it's gonna take a little bit to get used to them.
You almost gotta sleep and wake up. And
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep my old ones on until in the morning, and then put these on in the morning.
Like, I don't know if you can tell, but like there's a difference.
You can't tell on the camera, but I can tell. So I'm gonna wear these until tomorrow, and then I'll switch to my new lenses in the mañana.
Morniana, I like it.
Mañana. I meant to say mañana. I don't know what I said. I meant mañana. Anyway, very excited. Now I'm gonna make my barbecue sauce. So it's apple cider vinegar, ketchup, Dijon mustard, garlic, pepper, salt, cayenne pepper, onion powder, Worcestershire sauce, honey, maybe. I'll go get a different honey. Okay, found more honey. I mix it up and heat it up. Get that honey all melted and everything mixed together. Alright, I'm gonna let that heat up for a brief moment. And while that is heating up, I am gonna pull the ribs out so that I can cover half of the ribs in the sauce. Alright, so we have sheep, pygmy goat, and pork ribs. We're gonna smear some barbecue sauce on those and throw them back in. And finish cooking them off at 350 for about 20 more minutes. The bit that's left for dippage, but these ones we're just gonna let it kind of caramelize and reduce down as it cooks. And if it looks like it's gonna start drying out, I'll throw some more in there. I don't know if you can see them. Those are the ones I didn't pull out. Aren't those pretty? They look like they're getting ready to fall off the bone. Woo! Papa! Papa!
Bye.
All right, so here are the plain. Those are very hot, be careful. And there's the barbecued. So, we're gonna fix up some plates. We're gonna do some of the canned peaches from the summer and some of our homegrown green beans. So that is gonna be our pre-Thanksgiving night before dinner. And then tomorrow we're gonna enjoy an awesome Thanksgiving. All right, a quick post-supper moment. The pygmy goat did not have a ton of meat on the ribs. It had a little bit of meat on the end, but not a ton. So if you're raising pygmy goats for meat, from my experience, I would probably throw the ribs in for broth. Take it or leave it. The sheep, this one was a younger sheep that we went ahead and processed early. And so it did not have a ton of meat developed on its rib cage. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the two that we have still have on theirs. And then we'll determine from those two if we put that straight into like broth and stock or if we do rib those out for meat. And then the pork ribs were from a full grown processed pork. So those weren't any surprises. So there's my feedback on our 3 types of ribs. Take it or leave it. It is what it is.